What is happening? For this week's classic episode, we are going all the way back to February 12th, 2021, episode 92, with one of my closest friends, Mr. Rome Ramirez of Sublime with Rome. This is a funny episode. I remember recording this one and just having so much fun, so I hope you guys enjoy it as well. See you guys. Hey, welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go.
Bunker fun. Yeah, Duddy.
I didn't like that.
No, he doesn't like it. He loves it. That's right. It's the Feeling Good with Duddy show. Your favorite show. The show that points at the world, has a laugh, points in the mirror, has a laugh. Fairest of the fair, bravest of them all. That's us. I'm Jake B., a currently unemployed barber here in Southern California. Let me introduce you to my brother, host of the show, guitar player, singer for the Dirty Heads. Here he is. You love him. Duddy B.
Woo! That's right. What was it, Jake? 91?
92.
92.
Episode 92, Dad.
That is crazy.
Yep.
We're sneaking up on that hundo, and that is crazy to me. I can't believe that. Wild. But today we have an amazing show. You guys know we got my good friend. We have Rome in here today. We're going to be talking to him a little bit later. We're going to talk tour talk. We're going to make him show us a riff. I got a conspiracy query. The idiot stoners are going to come in and interview him. The Rome and Duddy project. We're going to perform some songs, and Rome's going to tell us a new poop story.
Yeah. Damn.
It's going to be amazing.
You sounded like the Micro Machine guy. Remember him?
I do. Where'd that guy go?
I don't know.
I guess where did Micro Machines go?
There, that's what it is. He
What's
went
Bunker
with
Fun?
them.
Nothing.
What is Bunker? Like, how come you don't like Bunker Fun when he said that?
Bunker Fun? Oh,
Yeah. What is that?
every time I start the show now, I say something insanely dumb, and Duddy's like, no, I don't like it. So now I just try to ruin his day with my opening
You
hitter.
did, and you did.
God damn.
Oh, yeah. So,
Well, before we get into it, I'm not going to talk tour talk and all that because Rome's here. We're going to get into it with him. But before we bring him on, Jake's going to let you guys know how you can help support the show. And then we're going to get right into it.
It's easy. It's easy, guys. You know how. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. But mainly, give us a review on the iTunes podcast app. It's the purple app on your phone. If you're listening there, that's where it really counts. Give us a 5-star review, write something about the show. That really helps us out. Tell him who's on the show. You already did, but give him a little introduction and let's get into it.
All right, we got my good friend Rome. He's the singer and guitar player for Sublime with Rome, and he's also Rome from Rome and Duddy, our new project. That's right. So here he is, everyone. Welcome, Rome.
What's poppin'? Thanks for having me, guys. Back in Cali from young Nashville.
That's right,
That's where I'm
Rome.
at now.
We've mentioned Rome moved out to Nashville recently.
Dude, a lot of people, surprisingly, like, because, I don't, like, say it all the time on social media or nothing, but, like, a lot of people online have, like, I guess found out that I'm in Nashville, and it's kind of a trip because, like, they'll, like, ask me, like, questions about it all the time, like, oh, how's Nashville, or, like, have you been to, Gatlinburg yet and stuff, and I'm like, how do you guys know that I'm out here,
It's because of us. We've probably mentioned it on this show. We're always like, Duddy's going out to Nashville to do stuff with Rome. So sorry, dude. We're letting
and then, like,
everyone
I'll be
know.
on Twitter, like, I'm going back to Cali, and which is kind of weird for me to even say because I never thought there would be, like, a back to Cali. It's always just been, like, going home,
Going home, yeah.
But, it's like, oh, man, we got a bunch of kids now. I got 2. I got 1 coming.
Mm-hmm.
That record's dropping in June. And, yeah, man, I had
your
some
next
space.
child?
My
That
next-
record?
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
like,
I
wait,
call
what
these
record?
kids.
A kid. I got
That's what I
another
call
record
these
dropping.
kids. They're like albums, man. They take a while to get created, and then they're there, and you're like, oh shit, okay, we gotta now the work really begins. You know what I mean? But no, that's awesome, man. We're stoked out there. It's definitely different than Cali, so we just been.
Yeah, what are the differences? It seems peaceful. Like when Duddy first told me Rome lives in Nashville now, I just suddenly I was like, oh, that seems laid
So
back.
random.
Is it that way?
Dude, it is. It's so laid back, and honestly, like it's so different from like how I grew up, but it's really laid back. It's really green. It's very, very green. There's a lot of nature, and I don't know, like just the idea of us being able to kind of go somewhere new like every weekend and try hit a different state or try I just think like showing a lot of that culture to like my kids is kind of tight, you know, like I can kind of see like Rio's brain kind of spin, how he just sees so many, because he comes with me on tour, so he sees plenty of that shit, Cali and the bands, and we're on the bus and the beach and we're fishing, but you know, it's a different life out there, you know, and I think it's cool for him to kind of be able to have some space, and you know, now we got some other ones coming.
Slower lifestyle, even though now, and the cool thing too, and Duddy always says, I love it out there. Whenever he comes back from visiting you, he's like, I could see myself getting a place and landing out there, because it's not like there isn't music. There's Nashville, please. It's all it is music. Yeah. So
and that was a big thing for me too.
There's
it's like, you know, like you could just move to like Ohio or something if you wanted some space, right?
Right.
But it's a big music town and a big music city, you know, so I was like, this would be like a cool place for me to kind of still continue like my songwriting career and stuff, you know. So that's just been kind of like, but this year's been so weird, bro. Like we haven't even really been able to like, I don't know, fully like let our hair down, so to speak, you know, because though it's a lot more free than I guess California is right now with the lockdown and all that crap, but over there, you know, it's still like there's still that stigma that's in the air where everyone's just kind of like, we don't really know what to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, do we shake hands? Do we like? Can your kid play with my kid at the park? Should I let him not play with you on the slide?
I remember Duddy posting something when you guys. It might have been from the Rome Duddy Tour. It was after that. I think it might have been when you went to write songs with Rome, where you maybe posted walking down a just desolate street. Was that Nashville?
That was. It was.
So it had its.
Remember I think it was the first time I flew out to start writing, I believe. And we went out and we went and drink at like a bar or something. And we were walking back home towards the hotel. And we were in the middle. Yeah. We were in the middle of like the main busy street. And you could not see a person or a car in either direction. It was
also like 4 a.m. But
there's that. I mean, that's kind of, but it was
wild,
interesting to see. I remember seeing that online. I'm like, oh, that does look like, you said, like we were talking about Batman, Christopher Nolan. It looked like a Batman scene to me. We were talking about the Christopher Nolan Batmans before the show.
You want to see Batman? Go right now to Koreatown in Los Angeles. Yes.
What do you? How come? What do you mean?
Fucking insane.
Really?
Everything's shut down.
Wow. Boarded up and stuff.
And there's just a subculture of like, you know, the homeless there that are just running it.
Oh, wow.
And it is nuts, bro. Like I was looking at photos the other day. One of my friends is a photographer. He's like a street photographer who works for this digital design, and he did like a whole piece on it. And I was just tripping out, man. You know, because I remember earlier this year when the pandemic was fresh, you know, when Rio, my oldest, we used to throw him in the car and just drive him around. That's how he takes his naps, you know. So I would just like drive him around LA. There's no traffic, you know, it's a pandemic. It's like, when do you ever get to drive around LA and not sit in traffic?
Never.
And this is where we used to live. So, you know, I would be whipping him around in like downtown LA, down, you know, like Koreatown and everything, and just desolate, bro. Not a soul on the streets. And we're talking about LA. There's 4 million people there.
Usually it takes you a half an hour to get 2 blocks. It's just like insane down there.
So like, you know, that was a trip, but yeah, man, you know, it's
so now I get it.
Nice.
So you moved to Nashville during the pandemic. So you haven't even experienced fully you're saying.
Fully yet. Yeah. You know, I mean, obviously it's much, you know, it's definitely more open than California.
Yeah, they're like inside dining and all
inside
that.
Inside dining. Okay, you can go shopping and stuff. It's cool like that.
It has been for a bit, because even the last time I went out there, it was fully, all the restaurants were rocking everything.
Yep.
Yeah, so
you got to wear like a mask to like the bathroom or like when you walk to your table, but you can still dine in and stuff, you know. Yeah. But there's still like a lot of those kind of like limitations, like when you go and like when you want to go to the zoo and stuff. You know, they have like your little pods where you got to go and separate, or when you go sit at the bar, there's like glass things in between.
Oh,
you.
Really?
So it's like so what you don't think about is like, you don't think how all these little things do kind of affect you. And you're kind of like, I think I'm actually good on going to go and feeling like a lab rat today.
Like, I'll stay home.
I'll just stay home and drink a beer in my sweats with my family. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of mindset, like it fucks with you, man. It fucks with you big time. So like, I don't know. We were starting to kind of feel that out in Cali because we were living in LA, which, you know, is different than living in Orange County because you're surrounded by the beauty of nature, which I do really believe helps pull you out of that element, you know, of like kind of just being like you're stuck in the rat race.
Yep.
You know, but me and my family, we were living in Hollywood, in the Hollywood Hills, so it was like, you know, our surroundings were all just like the city. You know what I mean? And in the city was locked down.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were already talking about like kind of getting a little more land. And, you know, I've been doing a lot of songwriting in Nashville. So like that was kind of starting to go there. And then when the pandemic was happening, after we got off tour, man, I made it until like May before I was just like, we got to get out of here.
Let's go.
Let's
You're
get
not alone,
out.
dude.
Callie's not going
Everyone's
anywhere
dipping.
either.
And
you
I know
like,
Duddy. I feel like, because I can see Duddy's always like, I want to go out and have just a cabin in the fucking
I
somewhere,
totally
man.
do, you know, and it's funny because it's like it's a little late for us now with the kids because it's like they have their friends and they got their little community they've built. So like, but we always talk, you know, 10 years when they're when they're gone, like later.
See yas.
Yep.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because it does
Dipping.
feel nice. And that brings us to like, here you guys are. You've been writing the songs, you've been doing the thing, and we've been talking about it on the show, so everyone's caught up with that. But now, the tour.
So yeah,
It's
Rome.
happening.
He flew in last night.
Yeah.
and we're starting rehearsals today.
Yeah, putting in a set and everything.
You guys are flying. Wait, today's Tuesday. You're flying out tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
And your
tomorrow.
first show is
Thursday.
Thursday. And the
Yeah.
rehearsals started this morning. Luke and I
Yeah.
showed up around 10 a.m. Rome and Duddy were already here. When I walked in, they were jamming Lahaina and Stone Me. So they're working out the songs from about 8 a.m. this morning. I'm assuming 8:30 this morning or so. You guys
I
met
got
up in
here
the
around
bunker.
8:30 or 9 or something.
And it's on after we do this show. It's just
Right back to
practice
it.
all night, right?
Yeah, so a lot of it like is more so kind of like I think like arranging the show. Kind of,
Yeah.
you know
How are you
'Cause-
gonna make it flow?
yeah,
Everything.
Because it's not it's not like your traditional kind of show, you know, where it's you know you have like your songs and then you can be like, you know, how's everyone doing? Cool, raise your glass. All right, great. You know, it's like there's a much more of like a communicative kind of like approach to it. You know, we're doing a lot of storytelling and stuff. So like placing the songs in certain orders can really help the story arc of what we're trying to say. You know, like and I think like that. There's obviously like a couple of songs where we're like, okay, we haven't played that one in a minute, you know. but for the most part, like I think the work is more so in just us structuring like a really great show, you know. Because even from the last tour, we were doing it like where I would go play like a small solo set, and then Dub would go play a small solo set, and then we would go do the like Rome Duddy set. And this one, and honestly, like moving forward, like you know, especially now since we have originals and stuff, we're just gonna do like a set together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's
this
what it is
This
now.
is
It's
the
a
very, 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 very first iteration of that. So
Yeah.
there's going to be some mess ups. There's going to be
man.
some hiccups.
I feel
but
like
that's the
that-
cool part, you know? Like,
Yeah, that first one I feel is going to be pretty funny.
oh, it's going to be good. Those are always good.
So the Thursday night people, unfortunately, this
Yeah.
show is going to come out Friday, so that you
Yeah.
guys can
Okay,
listen
so
to that the
last
next
night,
day.
you
Last
guys-
night, if
yeah.
there was some mess ups, first show.
Dude.
And today's Tuesday, and they just started practicing this morning. But like you said, you guys know the songs. It's
Yeah.
more of putting them together, getting the harmonies in order, and really just
Yeah.
the flow of the set, the
Totally.
story, and
Yep.
the stories you might want to tell in between to let
yeah,
everyone know about each song.
and we're not really debuting like a lot of the new music. You
Yeah.
know, really. Like, I mean, because we just wrote it, you know, like it's not even fully produced yet. Like,
Yep.
it's not produced at all.
You don't really
with,
know
like,
the
guys.
absolute final.
We don't really know the final of the productions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the things might change, but we have the writing done. So,
Yeah.
so, you know, like we're gonna maybe showcase like one or two of something, but really, it's kind of like the story of the project so far,
Yeah.
and then this will be like, you know, just like chapter one of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Some Dirty Head songs.
We'll play some
Duddy.
Dirty Head songs,
Yeah,
some Sublime with Rome
shit.
songs.
Perfect.
Couple
Yeah.
Sublime classics.
Yep.
Some
I
cool
mean,
covers.
Just on,
Yeah.
I mean,
One
I'm
or
sure
two new ones, you know.
Yep.
And
just on our show page, we have so many people talking about how they're going to every show.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing that,
Yeah.
Duddy, on the
Yeah.
Bunker page? Our listeners, they're like, who's road tripping to all the
Oh, yeah,
Rome and Duddy
dude.
shows? I'm like,
I've
damn,
seen
it's
that.
on.
Yeah.
So people are psyched, man, just to
Which
see
I
you
think
guys
is-
and be indoors and maybe
Dude.
watch a normal show. It's going to be fucking great.
I mean, and this is like, there's never going to be anything like this, you know? And I don't even have, like, again, like, we don't have to sell these tickets or nothing, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a lot of seats, and in the grand scheme of things, this isn't, you know, the make all be all, but for us, this is just really important for us to do this because we, like, you know, it sucked that we got pulled out of this tour last year, man. Like, I think it was like literally this time even.
It was like right around.
It was like right around this time where we were kind of yanked off of our tour, and which was unfair because that tour was just, man, it was just starting to get so damn good. Like we were just getting into our role, and like, you know, the fans were really loving it, and it was just, you know, so we got pulled from that. Now is like the perfect time to kind of like, you know, finish that off, and then because as we move forward, you know, you might not be able to see like the band in this type of environment, you know, like,
dude, it's like it's people dipping their toe in the pool and they get to do it with you guys, you know, and it is at least you got the however many shows you did get. I don't know if it was like 6 or 7 or 8 that you guys got into that first tour,
about that,
but at least it was enough. It was enough shows for you guys to discover, oh shit, let's just do the Rome Duddy thing. That's what we are, and now you get to be that. So it's like, fuck, if you didn't get to do the tour at all, who knows?
Dude, honestly, man,
you know how things get discovered. So
we did like an interview the other day where the journalist asked us like what do you say? It was like, would you regret this year or would you change this year or something like that? And it's like, you know, we both agreed. It was like, you can't really say that, you know,
who
like,
knows?
Who knows? Exactly. Who knows? Like, if anything, like if it wasn't for this year, maybe we wouldn't have, you know, written those great songs that we wrote, or, you know, maybe we wouldn't have had the more just better scope on what we want to do with this project. Like, who knows, man? I know for sure we wouldn't have had the time to do that.
No,
that's for sure. Both our bands been on tour,
dude.
And then, you know, with all that, dropping records with our band, like, you know how this goes. So so you know,
so you've actually got a lot more. You came out of all this with a new band with Rome Duddy, and you got Sublime with Rome Duddy. You got Dirty Heads and Rome Duddy, and a tour. Like, come on, man.
No,
so it was
cool,
a good year.
I mean, and it's all just around music. You know what I mean? Like this year, like, I mean, we didn't have anything to strategize around making bread. It was all just like, dude, we're at home. Let's make some fucking great
some music
art.
And
and
that's
then,
every band.
And then when the world resumes, we'll just figure it out. You know.
And it seems like it's starting to resume.
And you love this. I can tell Duddy really loves this project. Like,
oh, I do.
It's just the core.
Man,
it's acoustic guitar and 2 friends.
It's
like,
just
Jesus.
so fun and easy and relaxing, and it's just nice. It's nice, and it's like not taking anything away from the Dirty Heads. I love the Dirty Heads, and they'll always be my band, you know. But you do anything for 20 years, something else is just going to be nice. It's just like, it's like fucking you eat a hamburger every single night for 20 years and then you have a bowl of spaghetti. You're going to be like, holy shit, this spaghetti is amazing.
What is this foreign dish? Doesn't mean hamburgers aren't delicious. You know, what else can be delicious? Just juicy riffs.
Oh, tasty riffs.
And we have a little segment that we want to keep going on the show. It's called Show Us Your Riff. Now,
show me your riffs.
As by far the worst guitar player on the show, I have a very simple riff, Rome. It's this.
I can't help my feelings.
You know, there you go, dude. A little strokesy, a little first thing you ever learned on guitarish. That's my riff. Duddy's got a riff.
My riff is from Day by Day.
Oh! The Coors Light edition.
That's what we're trying.
That was a lot.
This is already.
I can't even.
That's Duddy's riff.
I was holding the guitar funny.
Hey! Come on, this action's a little weird.
This is a weird seating.
That's what I'm saying.
This is not guitar
we
appropriate.
make people play riffs just in the worst chair for riffing ever.
Wait, I don't know what riff to play. Does it have to be a lick or can it be a chord?
Dude, do whatever you want. You heard my riff. My shit was terrible.
All right.
Boom. Little
nice.
fucking
Okay.
bluesy.
That's a Cheez.
Bluesy.
I was going to say that's a Cheez.
That's the Cheez.
That's the
riff.
Cheez edition.
Cheez riff.
Oh.
You're like,
he looks at you,
where's it
huh?
gonna go? Is he? Do I clap yet?
Whoa!
Cheez, dude.
Holding my breath.
You're like, I thought you fell asleep, man.
He's on his Bluetooth.
I do have a memory of that when I used to work for Cheez, and I'd be sitting in his living room and he'd fire up one of those amps to 11.
Dude.
And he's just.
Meanwhile, all you guys are on conference calls.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Cheez is out in Nashville with you too. The whole family's
Oh,
out
yeah.
there, dude.
He
Holy
put
shit.
together like a whole office in like 3 months out there too.
You know what Cheez did?
What did Cheez do?
You know what Cheez did? So Cheez right now, Cheez bought a nice big, property out there, and he's building like a ranch and stuff. But right now he's living in like kind of like a high-rise condo situation. He lives in like a high-rise condo, and he lives like mid-floor. So there's people all.
He lives in the high rise.
It's like a super nice high
so
rise.
preppy.
It's gotta be.
So preppy. Like there,
It's too preppy for
doorman, and all the whole thing, and it's really nice. But this is what this guy goes and does inside of his house.
Oh my
Floor
god.
17 on like a 30-floor building.
Oh, Rome, your mic. He's
Oh, sorry.
You're still in guitar shred, Mike.
So he shot a shotgun through his ceiling.
Wait, no. Why?
Yeah.
Cheez.
He thought it was empty.
He thought it was empty.
He went to go clear the chamber.
Holy shit.
He has people who live
guys.
above him.
Were they in the house?
No, I guess there's like a big slab of
Cement.
concrete in
Yeah.
between,
Didn't
so
make
it
it
didn't
through.
go through.
But dude, you should see it.
He has a hole in
He
his-
still got it. Crazy, bro.
And anyone who might not
I go,
know,
Cheez.
Cheez is the manager of Sublime
Yeah.
with Rome,
Mhm, Dirty
manager
Heads.
of the Dirty
Yeah.
Heads, been with everybody since the beginning of it all. He shot a shotgun. So
I go-
did cops come? The whole thing?
He had to report it because, like, obviously some people heard it on his floor and shit.
Yeah.
So he had to report it and everything, and he didn't. Nothing ever really happened. He didn't get in trouble or
Well, I
anything.
got the whole. You know what? I'm gonna tell the whole.
Tell
story.
You
everything
got the whole
right
story.
here.
Tell it.
Cheez will be on the show soon.
Fuck it, they're not
Show
gonna
him.
hear it. So he fucking shoots the damn thing in there, right? And then obviously, yeah, he has to report it, and somebody comes up to him the next day, or like 2 days later, in the apartment, and it's just like, dude, I heard about the fucking shotgun, man. Is everything cool, And he was like, how did you hear about that? And he's like, well, so and so was down at the little cafe and was just telling everybody. He's a board member. So is Cheez. Cheez is a board member for the building.
He's a board member
Yeah,
for
for the
the
building.
building.
You know what I mean?
So fucking Cheez has been there for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I know,
my
it's ridiculous,
God.
right?
Right.
So
This guy.
so he's like, oh, he was he? Oh, he was he?
Oh,
Called
man.
board meeting.
It's against. I mean, you cannot do that. You cannot speak about like
Other
news
people's.
of a tenant with the other tenants, right? So he goes up to them and goes. He straight up big arms them, and because he had to pay a big fat fee.
Yeah.
For the fucking shooting a shotgun in
Yeah.
a fucking hotel or in your apartment complex that looks like the W. So he had to pay like a fee, and he was just like, your tenant was down there running his mouth about my business to the rest of the building, this, that, or the other. I'm gonna file a lawsuit against you for, defamation of character, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, no, we don't want none of it.
Oh.
You know what? Waive the fee. You're good. Homeboy's penalized. He's not a part of the board no more.
Cheez is all cool. My ranch is almost done. I'll be moving out next week. I'm really nice knowing everyone.
Dude, it's so good.
dude.
You couldn't-
Well, I go-
My favorite
It's your
thing.
typical
Cheez
Cheez
is on the board.
I
He's
go,
a member. I'm like,
I go, Cheez. I go, how did you do that? I'm like, why were you even, pulling the trigger on the shotgun in your house? And he goes, I thought it was empty, but I just wanted to make sure.
He has that terrible habit.
He goes, I thought it was empty. I just wanted to make sure. I'm all, so you just pointed it up and shot? Like,
yeah, dude,
that's
you
how
never
you
seen him do that? It's the worst habit he has. He fucking clears the chamber out. He goes and fires one in the air, and usually he checks it first, and then does that as part of his
Jesus Christ.
cinematic.
he's like the dude with the huge hair. Was it the producer in LA a long time
Yeah.
ago that just shot guns off? I think.
It's so
What?
good.
God
bro.
damn it, dude. Who's the guy with the big crazy hair, dude? He did like Beatles albums.
Oh, fucking
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of the name.
Oh,
Phil
my
Spector?
God.
Spectre, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Cheez. That's
Well,
all I
dude.
see. Is
So-
sorry, guys. Hey, look.
So he thinks it's hilarious. Like Cheez also manages like one of the biggest country's fucking legends, Travis Tritt, and he calls Travis and it's just like, dude, I fucking fired my shotgun off I was clearing the chamber, and Travis is like dead quiet, and he's just like, it's people like you that are giving us NRA members a bad name. He's like, you need to get your shit together. He just starts going off. He's like, oh, dude, I just, I mean, it's funny though, right? I mean, so
Cheez is like, well, actually, I'm a board member on the NRA. Like, how the fuck did you? I'm more amazed that with 73 seconds of living there, he's on the board of director. Like, Cheez just moves in and is he's like the vice president all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Cheez is
That's
too fun.
awesome. He's too
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Exactly. He knows how to
just
get,
what it is.
he's
He's
too
fun.
fun. You just go,
You're
you're
like,
on the
why is this guy
board.
so happy?
You're on the
What
board,
the hell's
dude.
the secret here? I'm trying to be fun like that.
You know what else is fun?
What else is fun?
This next segment. Jake.
Oh, is this everyone's favorite segment?
Everyone's favorite
I thought
segment.
that was
We
show
pull
us
that
your
up,
riff.
Oh, yeah. Show us your riff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to practice my riff.
I knew what I was getting into. I chose the
Fiddle,
simplest
fiddle,
riff,
fiddle.
dude. I'm like, let's not
Flam,
fuck with this.
Yeah.
All right, so this is everyone's
Oh.
favorite segment, conspiracy query. It's not a theory. We're not saying. What, Daddy? You tell them.
All right, this is a conspiracy query, okay, guys? This isn't a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that I believe this. I didn't come up with this, and I'm not trying to convince you that this is real. I'm just simply asking if you believe in conspiracy queries.
Big time.
All right.
Yeah, I'm starting to as well.
And as you guys,
Fun of them
bro.
early on in
Yeah.
the show. Now I love them.
Now we're kind of like living in one.
Yeah,
way.
you're
This
right.
is a
Kinda
This
conspiracy.
past year, I believe.
Wait.
Seriously.
Yeah.
There's a guy somewhere. There's one dude walking around somewhere just going, I fucking told you to all of his buddies, right? Dude, in 2020, I guarantee there's just going to be this pandemic. And all his buddies were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
George Orwell.
Yeah.
1984. He wrote a goddamn book about it.
Serious.
Yeah. All right. So you guys know we are traveling around the globe,
Visiting everywhere on this lovely
all
planet.
around the world, just finding the deepest and darkest conspiracy queries. And this isn't even, these are more like ghost stories. I
There's
feel like.
nowhere we won't travel.
No, but
to
we will
find
go
and unearth.
anywhere.
Like
and
anywhere outside of the United States.
Oh, anywhere. We'll
there, but
international.
this week
sure.
we're not. This week,
Yeah,
this week we're going to our great nation's capital, North Dakota.
that's where it
The
all
northeast
started
of
for
Dakota.
here, this place.
And we're talking all the way up north. And this one's called The Gates of Hell. And why is it creepy, Rome? Abandoned towns are generally creepy, and North Dakota has an abundance of settlements that were all but abandoned after the railroad boom. Tagus, though, takes the cake due to little fact that people believe that it once housed a Lutheran church that doubled as a hotbed for Satan worship. Legend is it burned down, but if you stand in just the right place, you can hear the screams of the damned bubbling up from hell itself. There are also reports
It's
of
one spot.
Yeah, you just gotta stand in the right place. It's the
a
acoustics.
specific spot.
Yeah.
Bubbling screams.
But if you stand there, yeah, you'll hear the screams of the dams, and you could also there's reports of hellhounds, glowing gravestones, and a ghost train. Vandals and revelers have made
is this at Disneyland?
I know what
I
it
don't
is.
think I've been
Yeah,
on
there's
this.
a lot of
since I
stuff
got-
going on.
It's a lot of stuff. Vandals and revelers have made the few people who call Tagas home very wary of visitors. And Lord knows that the combination of rumored portal to hell and extremely unwelcoming locals in a small town is a bowler point horror movie. Yeah, that was a lot. So what they're saying
Boilerplate.
is in North Dakota, in a town called Tagus, there was a Lutheran church that was a hotbed for Satan worship. It burnt down, but now if you stand in the right place where it burnt, you can hear people screaming from hell.
I like this. It doubled.
Yeah,
as a hotbed.
that's
so
what
by
got
day,
me.
God-fearing,
God.
lovely
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
By
Lutheran.
night, you have to pay the bills.
Split tenant.
Satan
You know what I mean?
worship.
Hey, bro,
really?
it's,
yeah.
come on. It's fucking 8 p.m. My people are coming in.
yeah, exactly.
Bring in the pagan crosses back, you guys. You don't want to disturb.
These forsaken Satan worshippers will not get in. They're always late.
Hey, Jim. Hey, Kyle. How's it going, bud?
Clean up the
You went
goat's
over
blood.
15 minutes last week.
Goat's blood is just it's too much. It's thicker than the chicken blood.
Showed up. There was still a dead virgin on the floor. Come on, guys. We have service.
How do you double down?
Can we
a
borrow
place
some of your virgins?
worship. You know what I mean? Like, how are you cool with that as a follower? As a follower of the worship, like I pray at St. Jude Latter Day Church, or in this case, what's the name of that weird the Lutheran Church?
Lutheran Church. Well, we got our Satan dodgeball tournament later.
Satan versus Jesus dodgeball tournament, guys, every year. Come on. I'm actually I want to move
Tagus.
there.
That's a rough place to live. I live in Tagus.
That's next. You're like, I got to get out of LA, and that
I took
next is
Nashville.
Tagus, bro.
Nashville was cool, but Tagus, man, there's
Yes.
something about it.
Wonderful music scene. I actually hear Tagus. It sounds just like an Irish like ghost story, huh? Like Tagus, the evil ghost of the fucking Irishy place.
Isn't that like a meat?
I was gonna say it sounds like that's haggis.
Haggis, huh?
Haggis.
That's like a Scottish meat, right?
I really like this one, dude. Read the list of horrifying shit that appears at this place again.
You can see hellhounds, glowing gravestones, and a ghost train.
Why the glowing
This is
gravestone is so cheesy.
That's seriously like.
Why is it neon green glowing? Like.
Is this Tagus or my neighbor's yard every October?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
I don't get it though. Like, ghosts are like dead things that came back. A train?
Yeah,
How is it a ghost train?
A ghost train. Yeah, this is the.
Did I read blood, boiling
Easily
blood?
the-
Oh no,
cheesiest.
no! It's
right,
if you stand in the right spot, you can hear the screams of the damned bubbling up from hell itself.
How? See,
How do you know?
I don't understand that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, do you hear it? Over here. Scooter.
Just right there.
I think I hear.
Oh God, I
this is
hear it.
awesome.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And there's a glowing gravestone.
Yeah. Oh God.
Is that that's a train. That is a train. From
They're
hell.
just people in the woods. Choo choo. This really sounds lame. So, Duddy, here's my favorite part because we're laughing and it is dumb. Where does this come from, Duddy? Tell us
It
where
says
this
that
comes
the Satanism, as my voice cracks, the Satanism business dates back to the satanic panic of the 80s.
Satanic Panic's
I
bad
like
name.
that.
That's
I
a
love that.
sick name.
Satanic
What do we-
Panic. How is that not a band name?
Yeah.
Satanic
Dude,
Panic.
fucking capture that Instagram
Look up
page
if
immediately.
Satanic Panic is .com is open. If so, buy it.
And then
Well, hold
sell
on, I can't read now. I can't read.
it. Buy it, then sell it. What the fuck? It's,
Hold on. Okay, the Satanism business dates back to the Satanic Panic of the 80s. Though Tagus been spooky since its founding in 1900s. And ever since the late 80s, when hundreds of high schoolers turned up for a vandalism intensive Halloween party, were run out of the ghost town. Visitors have been met with extreme skepticism. The city's last church burnt to the ground in 2001.
Okay, so it was a shady town that was always creepy, but when
Okay.
everyone started freaking out, remember in the 80s when it was like metal bands were
Yeah.
like being put in court because
Yeah.
it was like these
This
people
is
killed
Satan.
people because of your songs, and everyone was afraid of Satan people. And then and it's one of those things where there was like 7 of them in the country, but it was like Satan's everywhere. And so all these kids went to Haggis one year for Halloween and just basically just brutalized the town. So now the few people that are left just don't like outsiders. They're like, nah, we don't trust you. That's cool. That's
Might
actually
like
really
that.
creepy.
Yeah.
Well, I wish
I can make a clothing line out of that.
I like the
you
town,
fucking
man.
24
could.
hours,
Oh,
bro.
big time.
Oh, you
Wanna
guys,
do that?
look at
I'll
that.
go in with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. 100%.
Satanicpanic.com is for sale.
I'll get designs for us next week.
Let's
It'll
do
be
it.
done.
Yeah, you want it in?
So look at that, you guys.
Satanic
Easy
Panic.
payments, 24 payments of $112. So
All right.
Satanic Panic is for sale for lots and lots of thousands of dollars online.
All right.
Satanicpanic.com.
Go to satanicpanic.com. You can pick up some t-shirts, okay?
Exactly.
Swipe up.
So, I mean, I guess there's only one more question. That if you believe that if you go to North Dakota in a town called Tagus and you stand in just the right spot, then maybe you'll hear bubbling screams from hell. What is bubbling?
What, like, is there a cauldron somewhere?
Why?
Why?
How does it bubble? It's like when it pops, so it's like
There needs to be open.
Ah!
There needs to be open flame.
It's like, how does it-
The heat has to be so high in order to necessitate a bubble.
It's just a bunch of pop, 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 pop. Just, is it bubbling or screaming?
Oh, frick.
Dude, okay, I just figured it out before we close it out real
Okay.
quick. It's the townspeople that don't want anyone visiting. They're doing it. They're projecting a dumb train. They're
This is Scooby-Doo. What the
Yes, it's a lot like it's like 7
Oh,
old people
okay.
just making
And I
people.
would have gotten away with it.
Yes. And now they're gonna hate us for.
They're like,
yeah, they're gonna be
no.
like, these motherfuckers did the thing on your show.
Leave
Sorry,
our
guys."
town of Tagus alone.
Yes. We just want to be left till our final church burned down.
Let us burn our churches. We burn our churches.
I know how we'll keep them away. Have you guys ever heard of bubbling screams?
Glowing gravestone.
I like that.
Oh, what about a ghost?
Yes.
Can we do a ghost train? Ghost train it is.
We'll make a lot of loud screams, and then someone from the background. What if they bubbled? Oh, fuck. We did say everyone's opinions count in this. All right. All I wanted was bubbling screams. And okay,
Get the
Harriet.
bubble.
Don't know how to make that sound, but
I happen to have 2 hellhounds.
I love the hellhounds. No. Yeah, so Marty has the hellhounds and Patricia wants the bubbling screams. You'll take care of those, Patricia? Okay. So if we can just get a train projection, we can get this going, guys. I don't think... Fucking
Tagus
hell.
will remain empty.
Oh.
Why do you want
You
that?
want to? You guys want to?
Why do you
Dude,
want an empty town?
here's how you fuck Tagus up so bad. Do a show there, guys, and promote the shit out of it. Promote the shit out of it. You Tagus. Bring everybody, dude. Tagus Fest. Like all the bands.
We do the album launch.
Tagus Chala.
Sponsored by Satanic Panic.
Oh, a bunch of flower hatted chicks spinning circles through the town hall. Everyone's like, God damn it.
So fun.
Release the hounds. Just 2 dogs. Are
It's got one of the dogs with like 2 legs and wheels. Oh,
They're a
God.
lot scary.
I want to live in Tagus forever. Tagus, we love you first and foremost.
Okay.
Okay, Duddy, do the read thing at the end with the high voice.
I can't.
You have to
I'm
still.
crying.
Oh, shit.
Do you believe that Rome Duddy should do a concert in Tagus?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
All right.
All righty.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, the show's about to just get worse.
Oh, no.
That was actually my favorite segment ever right there. Oh, Rome. Remember when we told you that there's going to be 2 people that show up and you're going to have to just you're going to have to deal with them?
Yeah.
That's going to happen to you now.
Oh, man.
The good thing is you guys are going to play a song after that, and that's going to be
Yes,
awesome, but you
that's
have
cool.
to get through
Redeem.
this
Yes.
to get there. It's like the punishment before the
Yes.
song.
That's good. Yeah, go through the mud.
The good news is they love you. They're stoner dudes. They just want to talk to you. They don't care about Duddy. Duddy doesn't want to be near them anyway, so Duddy and I
hate
are going to
them.
leave. They're going to sit down and interview
All
for a
right.
minute before the song.
All right. Are they cool guy? Okay.
I mean, you're going to decide, and
Right.
we don't think so. But
we don't think so. But
Luke, play their music.
Oh, are you ready, bro?
Oh, I'm ready.
Dude, fire it up, bro. Dude, took it.
Oh, heck, bro, yeah, dude, tight. What's up? Rome's here. I'm frothing. I'm so pumped. I'm fully excited. But first of all, dude, you guys know it's your boy, Snake OG, and I'm here with my partner, Blonde Marley. Dude, what's up, Blonde? Can you even believe it, dude? Rome's here,
This is
dude.
so
Dude, I think he already likes us, dude. Look at him,
what's
Rome.
up, dudes?
Welcome to the show. You're here to do some songs with Duddy. You guys have a big tour coming up, right?
Yeah, we got a good one. A couple days out in Texas, OKC,
OKC. Oh, you're going to
Oklahoma City.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought he was like, okay, you see?
See?
And I'm like, I do see, dude, and it is okay.
I
it's
thought
better.
he was like speaking Spanish. He was
Oh,
like,
that's
okay.
what I thought, dude.
Okay.
Porque
Yes.
or something, right?
Okay. Yes.
We know a little Spanish, dude. We live in
Yeah.
Escondido.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay.
where I ate my first burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live in a back house.
We do. Are you going to tell Rome our backstory? Just fill him in a bit. Fill him in.
We live in Escondido, where Snake had his first burrito. We live in a back house with
It's a
4
studio.
dogs in a studio apartment back house. There is a front house where 2 gay gentlemen live. They're very naked. They are from outer space. They smoke space weed out of square bongs.
They are Galians.
They are Galians.
That's our entire backstory. You look
Galians.
thrilled. Yes, we live with outer space Galians.
The thing that stood out to me was the square bomb.
yeah.
Have you ever
bong.
smoked space weed out of a square bong?
No.
Will you come to Escondido with us after the
Oh,
show
God, I know Escondido.
to our
well.
back house and
I'll
smoke?
go.
You will?
I'll go.
It's
Only
a
if I can
date.
bring- Only if I can bring Eric Wilson, because he lives like 5 minutes away from there,
Eric Wilson.
from Sublime.
Can you? He can move in, dude. Bring him in.
Dude,
His
guys,
dog.
studio, back house, apartment, back house.
He wills. Bring him, dude. That'd be the sickest. We'll blow his mind with some sweet space weed.
Square bong.
He looks a lot like the aliens. He'll
like...
fit right in, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind being naked too. They're naked all the time. Enough about us. Blonde, you've always got the best questions. I'll step out of the way.
Right,
you start peppering him with questions, bro.
I know you're pretty tight with Duddy. Do you and Duddy have a secret handshake? Because me and Duddy have a secret handshake. I go...
Here, we'll do the handshake.
Okay, so...
You act like you're you, and I'll act like I'm Duddy, and we'll show Rome and explain what you're doing for the listeners as we do.
So this is a handshake. This is me and Duddy's handshake. I go like, what's up? And then he flips me off right in the face.
Right,
every
like that.
time, and we do it every time we see each other. It's sick.
It's like your thing, huh?
It's our thing. It's dope.
And if he tries to make contact with,
we've actually never bumped fists.
Yeah. He's so funny.
He's really funny. Like, does Duddy do
he's
that to
like
you?
That. Yeah,
he does. So
he's
it
hard
is.
to get hold of, you know?
Pepper him with some more hitters.
You just hit him with, hey, Daddy, fuck you.
So he's like that.
He is constantly telling me to fuck off as well, which is amazing. It's very cool.
You guys sound like good friends.
Yeah, dude, best buds.
You guys are cool.
See, dude, I told you he likes you, bro. He's constantly worried about that.
I have mentioned a couple times if we can try a new handshake, and then he just does our handshake again. He just,
he really likes it.
It's really, but it's cool. But speaking of Duddy, okay, so I know that you've toured with Duddy with Sublime with Rome and the Dirty Heads, and I know that you've toured with Duddy with Rome and Duddy, and I know you're here rehearsing with Duddy. Have you ever gotten to smoke weed with Duddy?
Oh, sick question, dude. I didn't see that coming, dude. You really fucking
I've always wanted to ask
him, dude. He's thinking about it. I don't know if he has.
Dumped it. I think he's very
I've
high.
smoked weed with Duddy, but I don't know if I've ever smoked weed with Duddy.
I don't even know what that means, dude. I'm gonna have to contemplate that over some space weed from a square bingus. You know, you are a trip, dude. Hit him with another question while he's vulnerable.
Sick. All right, I'll never forget one year at Cali Roots. I was there watching Sublime with Rome play.
The Cali Roots Fest, the sick fest. I mean, I was there with you, but sick.
And you guys were playing, and I was like, when you guys were playing like it's a reggae fest, and you're up there, you're kind of playing like reggae music.
He's dancing around it, but dude, he's gonna fucking swing soon.
Actually, first, can you speak Jamaican?
Oh, dude,
I don't know if that's proper nomenclature.
Oh, what's that even? Who's Nomenclature, dude? Is that like...
That's a sick band, I guess.
That sounds like a Batman character. Like, he's a bad guy, but he's also known as Nomenclature.
By Nomenclature.
Yeah, dude. You know, and then some experiment goes wrong, and he becomes a bad guy. He's likable. Nomenclature. Wears like a trench coat.
Patois. I think that's what it's called.
Patois, dude. Exactly. Like, hey, boy, you know, that's me doing it, my rude boy. Yeah.
Guan wanting some more
Big one.
Blonde Marley, you
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, bop.
Fanta Wanjana. Yeah, dude, that felt good, dude.
And then I go to the star and get me a red stripe.
I gotta go. I don't know. It's Black History Month. I don't know if I can be. I don't know.
Sick. All right, back to the question.
Sorry.
So I'm at Cali Roots, right?
Yeah, you're at Cali Roots.
Take him back, dude, to Cali.
And I was like, I really want to ask Rome this question. So I know you tour a lot in like reggae festivals, and you do lots of reggae shows, you're around lots of reggae people.
He's studying you, dude.
Have you ever gotten free weed?
Oh my God, the question of every question. Rome is contemplating it. He's looking deep into the heavens.
You know, I've gotten free weed, but I don't know if I've ever gotten weed free.
What?
He's a conundrum.
He's a trap.
Really, just like a figure eight, dude. We're just skating around in circles, and you think you know him, and then, oh boy, dude, you got any other hitters down here? What do you want to do?
Have you ever been to Rome?
Oh, you're asking Rome. Oh.
No.
Oh, he looked dead into my eyes and he said no with all the seriousness Same.
Because I was
He
thinking.
looks like he's lying to me,
You
maybe.
stumped me.
It'd be
He hasn't.
I always thought it'd be sick if Rome was in Rome
I just
and
thought
he
the
could
name
say
was cool.
when in Rome.
Oh!
I gotta go.
Rome has had enough of us, and so have we, dude. So you know how it goes. It's been sweet hanging with you. You guys are gonna play a song right now, Rome, and Duddy's gonna come back out when we leave. But do you know what song you're gonna play first?
Let's play Lahaina.
I'm so pumped, dude. Lahaina's
Yeah.
coming up next, dude. This is Snake OG saying Puff Tough, and here's my boy Blonde
Blonde
Marley
Marley.
saying
Stay crispy.
All right, this is Rome and Duddy, and they're performing their song Lahaina.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I was sitting at the table at an open cafe, waiting for a drink of rum. When I asked my waiter what's the time of day, he said, look, there's a centipede coming your way. In the Lahaina, the sugar cane grows in the Lahaina, the living is slow in the Lahaina, the mangoes are sweet, but the centipede it grows all over your feet. Yeah. Sitting in the water in the morning sun, shaded by a coconut tree. When I turn around, it's all I can see. Oh yeah, a giant centipede just looking at me. In the Lahaina, the sugar cane grows in the Lahaina, the living is slow in the Lahaina, the mangoes are sweet, but the centipede it crawls all over your feet. Let's go. Second just to think what to do, staring at his poisonous fangs. All I wanna say is a beautiful day. He said, hey little Holly, you just pulling my leg. In the Lahaina, the sugar cane grows in the Lahaina, the living is slow in the Lahaina, the mangoes are sweet, but the centipede it grows all over your feet. Let's go.
That was awesome. Thank you guys very much. Lahaina,
Thank
the
you.
newest song, which is my favorite.
Nice.
I listened to that for the first time in here with Duddy, and it is awesome.
Oh.
Rome,
Oh,
get up
wow,
close
that's
to the
not
mic. Whoa. Rome was miles away. We had it set up to perform, of course.
Sorry.
But anyway, that made me feel really good watching you guys play that. How did it make you feel good to play it yourself, Duddy?
It made me feel good, Jake.
Oh. So, where are we going into? You guys are going to play another song. That's coming up. But right now, we actually have a fresh new.
Fresh is a good word. Rome had told us he has a new amazing poop your pants story.
Fresh is a good word.
So we're gonna,
God.
we're gonna hear his story. Then right after that, we're gonna hear another song from me and Rome, and then we're gonna end out with the Q&A. But yeah, I guess before we get into that,
Duddy is so afraid to say himself in the
I
third
am.
person.
I am.
He's such a humble guy that he can't say there's going to be another song from Rome and Duddy because he's Duddy.
Rome
So
and
he has to-
Duddy.
so there'll be another song from me and Rome.
Well, when you hear your whole life as
Oh my
hearing
God.
yourself in the third person, I
Yeah.
got used to it.
So whenever he says your guys' band, like a couple weeks ago, I called him. I'm all, Duddy, say Rome and Duddy. That's the name of the project. He's all, I know, but I'm Duddy. So he always says, me and Rome are going on tour. So if you're going to come see me and Rome, and I'm like, he's Duddy. I can't do it. His body won't let him. So I have to jump in and go,
Well, that's
Rome and Duddy. I know.
that's good.
Rome says the same thing. He goes, the me and Duddy tour. You know,
The
they
Me
can't
and
refuse.
Duddy tour.
yeah.
The Duddy
No,
and me.
dude, I've learned to just call it as it is. Like
You
I
have
see
to.
my name even as just the
Yeah.
name on the moniker, So, but which is fucked up because like I forgot I was just telling this to somebody, but like I actually go by Rome. Like all my friends and family, like they call me Rome. Like, you know, my kids, like that's what they know my name as. You know what I mean? Like, so there's only like 5 people who actually call me by my real name, you know, Roman. So like, cause it's hella hard, you know, Roman. Roman, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, so for me, like, yeah, like my stage name, nickname, birth, to me, it's the same shit, you know?
I call him Romulus. That's what I actually had. So I have him saved in my phone as Romulus.
I remember that. That was a name that stuck forever. Matt still calls it that too.
Well, that was back when we were listening to a lot of the Jason Ellis show, and they were doing that gay or not gay segment, which is just the funniest thing ever. If you haven't heard it, I think I've talked about it on the show many times, but the Jason Ellis show, they have a segment where it's called Gay or Not Gay, and people call in and they tell them stories of something that happened to them, and they want to know if that's gay or not. And it's just so funny. And this one, and Romulus came from this like, it was like there was a caller, and this guy, obviously it seemed like they were maybe lived on a Indian reservation or something like that. And it was like, me and my friend Romulus, we were like getting all whiskey drunk in my uncle's sweat lodge. And like, dude, I swear to God, I kid you not. And he's like, and I like went outside for a second to like smoke a cigarette. And when I came back in, Romulus was like passed out, and he had his buck snot all over his stomach. And he was talking about, like Romulus jerked off when he stepped outside and then passed out. And he just, like Romulus was passed out and he had his buck snot all over his stomach. And, and then, you know, so Jason Ellis.
Rome, that's why he calls you Romulus.
That's why I call you Romulus.
Good to know.
And then his answer, I'll never forget too. And he goes, well, you know, he's got the accent. He's like, technically, you know, you were outside, he was alone, so not gay. You know?
It's all sensible.
Not gay.
Oh my God.
Next caller.
My friend Romulus.
My friend Romulus.
That's great
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But back to you
Back
peeping
to
your
you.
pants.
Oh God.
What happened?
Well, my brother got married. So,
well,
you know, when your
that's
brother
fair.
gets married, like,
You shit your pants.
well, you know, things get crazy, you know? Like, there's a lot of...
At the
like,
wedding, you're getting...
I don't, you know, really drink a lot of hard alcohol anymore. So that rule was like kind of, you know, I was going to let my freak flag fly that day. And it was an early wedding, you know. We were doing reception party by like 3:00, and man, the shots started coming and they didn't stop coming, man. Like, and I'm the kind of dude, like, when I drink, like, I don't like to eat. Like, I just like to keep drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, eating just takes away from the time that we could be drinking.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't even eat nothing. I don't even know what happened, man. But we took some absinthe, and I invited my friend who was banned from the wedding because he had COVID. And I was already wasted at this point. And I was like, just come to the wedding, man. I want to see you. But he'd already been
like, I'm
quarantined.
super sick.
No, he'd already been quarantined. But it was like my brother's, like, you know,
You
wife.
gotta be safe,
she was
man.
just like, I don't want to have him, you know, just
Yeah.
in case. And I totally understand.
Yeah.
His parents were there. But I was wasted. I was like, just get over here, please. This is our best friend. It's our childhood friend that we grew up with. So I was like, please come, man. Just even if you just come to the hotel, you know. And, you know, he got off work and finally drove down to Morro Bay. It was like 3-hour drive.
Damn.
And by this time, you know, 3 hours.
You're gone now. You're done.
Bro, I am.
You're not even
fucking
alive.
Done, dude. I'm like, and you know, when I'm like, you know me, when I'm like blacked out, completely gone, I had this like look in my, just like gone. I'm like no longer there.
Yeah.
I'm just a corpse going through the motion. You know, it's just like, who is this guy? And fucking dude, like, I just like remember like seeing my homie and like waking up in the back of the car. He's like, dude, I made it. And I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta take a shit. I'll be right back. And I went in the bathroom and I just like passed out on the toilet. I passed, but I made it to the toilet and I passed out on the toilet and I didn't poop, thank God. I love my wife. She went in there because everyone was like, "What the fuck did Rome?
What
go?"
happened to
Like,
Rome?
What happened to Rome? And here I was, just in the bathroom,
Slumped
over, pants around my ankle. No pooping in the toilet though. No pooping.
You didn't shit your pants?
Not yet.
Oh,
So then, hold on.
no, you fucking
So then-
sneaky.
So then I got up.
Yeah.
So then I got up from there and I went to the sink and I was like, I need to drink some water. So I started drinking some water and I just started just throwing up.
Oh yeah.
I just start throwing up. As soon as the water starts hitting me, I start throwing up. And it's just like pouring into the sink. And then from the pressure of me, I just like blew a load in my pants. And then I was like, no. So I'm backed up. I got all of my friends and family, because we're all sitting at the hotel now, just chilling. And we have like 4 rooms in this hotel. And I'm in my mom and dad's room, thank God. And my wife is like, don't worry, okay, we're gonna get you taken care of, God bless her. And she patches me up, she helps a wounded soldier back into the car.
Holy
She's like,
shit.
by this time it's like 7 p.m., bro.
Oh,
like the wedding's just started, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
People are just,
no.
by this time it's like 7 p.m. And then I go to the house and I literally like fall asleep for like about 30 minutes and wake up to get some water. And Taylor, my wife, she's like on her phone, just kind of like, in the room, just like
going,
keeping
"You
an eye on me, you
motherfucker."
fucking dumbass, And then she gets up. So I get up to go get some water, and then she gets up to go use the restroom. And then by the time she gets out, she hears me on the phone going, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, I'll be right there. Where are you guys at? Okay, I'll be right there." And then she comes out and is like, "Where are you going? Where do you think you're going?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go meet the guys. They're over at the hotel. It's about to be midnight. It's about to be New Year, because it's New Year's.
Oh.
We got married on New Year's." So
In Morro Bay,
In
one
Morro
of my
Bay.
favorite places.
beautiful,
anywhere.
bro, beautiful. I
love
just wish I
Morro
could
Bay
remember
so
it.
much.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and take a piss. And then I did the whole damn thing again, bro. I fucking just vomited and pooped,
You double shit.
and then vomited and pooped again. Double shit. It was a
Triple.
shit.
The hat trick of
One
pants
day,
shit.
I went through all my underwear, bro. We were only gone for 2 days. I packed 3 drawers, all 3 gone.
Wow.
Next day, I was so depleted in my minerals. I was like running on low, and my wife, she just knew that I was just down in the low murk. She's just like, "Come on, we're
Just
gonna
no pants
nurse you
left,
back."
just shame.
No pants, the shame. All my friends had the greatest time, and I was just gone.
Gone.
The friend that drove down with COVID had the time of his life.
But it was cool, man. It was a great
Double
wedding.
shit, dude.
Triple.
Did someone live in Morro Bay, or was just the wedding there?
So that's been our like spot for our friends.
Yeah.
That's where we meet up every year.
Because
for
it's
the
kind of
last
halfway
15
to the
years.
Bay Area
Yep.
where you're from, and
Yeah.
oh, nice.
And our friend, like one of our friends back up north, her parents, they're like deadheads, and they're the ones that kind of carried the tradition to us and showed us, like, this is where we meet every year. A bunch
cool.
of family meet up here, and we barbecue, and new friends meet new friends, and so we just kind of carried the tradition.
Oh,
on.
that's awesome. I
Do you
love
go
that.
there ever, Duddy, to Morro Bay? I don't know if you go there, but do you know Morro Bay?
Yeah, no,
You've
totally.
been there to
yeah.
the Big Rock and the
yeah,
whole deal?
for sure.
I swear. I go there quite a
Yeah.
bit, like, because I just
Dude.
fell in love with it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's
surfed
fucked, dude,
there a few times.
To be honest with you, like when we kind of started to like hand the baton and like when we were handed the baton and kind of start like doing the Morro Bay trips, that was the exact year that like Sublime with Rome started touring. So I'd actually never been to one.
Oh, damn. You're gone every summer or whenever.
We're gone
every
every
fucking time.
summer.
Yep.
Every time.
Not last summer.
Yeah. And you
So
got to
they're
go.
doing one this month.
Nice.
We're gone.
We're gone. Sweet. Nice. This is
No,
not great
it
how it
lands
works.
right on the shit. Well,
But it's
keep
cool,
the
you know, I
tradition
mean,
alive of
yeah,
you
dude.
not
Yeah.
going then. Let's just keep
That's literally like, that's another thing that we have called Mad Max. Like when you're just like, when you've been out of something for too long, it's Mad Maxed. You're good. You
Yeah.
know? So we're I'm done on those Morro Bay trips, especially after the last
Yeah.
time.
Well, that's the
I shit
triple
my
shit,
pants
dude.
off.
You're
bro.
not
gonna
I'm
beat
never
that.
going there
And then the
again.
one time you did go to hang out with them at Morro Bay,
And I
you
just
weren't
blew
even
up.
really there.
I triple shit and I blew up. I'm not going back.
triple shit. Dude.
I'm just going back to
Triple
Morro
shit.
Bay again in my life. Triple shit. I'm done. Fucking done.
Oh, shit.
Well, hell yeah, that's gonna be a lot. Someone's gonna have to quadruple shit. now to
Yeah,
beat
I don't
this
think
one.
you're ever
That's
gonna have
you-
someone who shit his pants 3 times in one
Yeah,
night.
you
Yeah.
die on the 4th
3
shit.
times in
That
one
I think
night.
it's just
Bro, you would see me the next day. I to this day I've still lost the weight. I haven't recovered from that weight loss. Like it was like
Rome,
6
what happened? You're
pounds.
on to
It's
the
like,
triple
dude,
shit.
Triple shit.
Well, we
brother's
had
wedding.
a couple weeks back, we had Tunnel Vision in, and
oh, he
I
had
think
a
it was their
gnarly
bass
one.
player told us about where he had a piss shit poop at the same
yeah,
time.
three?
All at the same
in
time.
a front yard in Portland. Yeah, it was Jacob, the bass player.
Yeah, he was outside of a party drunk. He was peeing, and
started
and then he had to
puking.
throw up. So as he's peeing, he went to throw up, and then he pooped as well. So
Oh, you remember my sandwich from?
Oh
when
yeah,
we were recording?
The sandwich.
You remember my?
That's another episode.
No,
That's
it is
another
not.
You don't even want to know
It's
about
this
it.
episode, dude. It's this one. Everyone at home, what's the sandwich?
You remember my sandwich?
Rome took that as a challenge. Bro, this guy pissed shit. Barf. Rome's all, man, but you remember my sandwich, right? Duddy?
You remember my sandwich?
What's
Chill
the
out.
sandwich, dude? Come on.
Thanks, man.
Dude,
I gotta
Duddy-
remember all the details.
Oh,
I have to
no.
remember the order. I don't know.
All right, for the listeners, dude, I'm
Pee or
trying to
poop
get
or
the
the vomit
sandwich.
first. It's like
If you
It's a
want
process.
to, if you
It's
want
a
to know,
process.
if you want to know about the potty sandwich, then you have to
go to Patreon.
You have to go to our Patreon page.
Oh!
guest blog, dude.
All right, well, now you got to tell it, and we'll cut it out. There it is, dude. What a plug.
All right, we're gonna
Bad
move on
choice
now.
of words,
All right,
plug.
we're gonna go in. We're gonna do another performance, and then we're gonna get into that Q&A.
Well, speaking of the sandwich, here comes another performance. So, all right, we're going to do another song. We're going to do Stone Me.
We're gonna do Stone Me.
So these are the two songs you guys have released. People know these ones,
Yeah,
of
these
course.
are like the two covers that we kind of like chose to kind of showcase with the project. Is, you know, sonically kind of feeling like, you know.
Mhm.
So, and we were gonna do some more covers, but we just wrote all this music.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, I don't think we need to do that anymore. We can now like start to go in and do a real record, and
Yep.
so that's the plan.
Heck yeah. So
Yeah.
here we go,
Jam,
then.
do some jamming.
Do some
Yeah,
jamming.
let's
Stone
get
Me.
it.
Once again, we have Rome Duddy playing the song Stone Me.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of my life from kind of fair. The rain came pouring down. Me and Billy standing there with the silver cap and crown. Hands full of fishing poles and a tackle on the back. We just stood there getting wet with the backs against the fence. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. Hope it don't rain all day. 'Cause it stones me to my soul. You know it stones me just like good homegrown, and it stones me. You know it stones me to my soul. You know it stones me just like going home, and it stones me. On the way back home, we sang a song, but our thoughts began to die. We saw a man from across the road with the sunshine in his eye. He lived alone with his own little home in a great big island job. And he just rolled up one for me and you, and we can smell it from afar. Oh, oh, the water. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. Got it myself from the mountain spring. 'Cause it stones me to my soul. You know it stones me just like good homegrown, and it stones me. You know it stones me to my soul. You know it stones me just like going home, and it stones me. Said the rain lit up and the sun came out. We were getting high. Almost let a pickup truck nearly pass us by. But when I jumped right in the driver grinned. He dropped us up the road. Yeah, I looked at my friend and I wrote one for him. We stood right there and stone. Oh, the water. Oh, the water. soul. No, it stones me just like good homegrown, and it stones me. No, it stones me to my soul. No, it stones me just like going home, and it stones me.
Right. That was great.
Thank
Everyone
you.
knew it
Thank
would
you.
be.
Woo.
This
Yeah.
one, that one's been out for a while. So
That one's
people,
been out for a bit. Yeah,
I love
that's
that
always
song.
been one
That's
of my favorite tracks.
It's
Yeah.
a classic, man.
Stone Me. And of course, you'll be playing both of these on the tour. Now it's time for the Q&A, and all the questions, of course, come from our Patreon members. And we did open up like a Rome and Duddy question little stream here. So it's going to be a lot of questions for you guys.
It is a lot, but you guys, to be honest, we've been, this is our one day of rehearsal. And we've been doing the podcast all day. So I'm only going to answer a handful of these because we gotta jet out and start getting to rehearsal. But I do appreciate you guys sending in the questions.
This episode was a lot longer than we planned because it was super fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, a few questions.
Questions. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ask us any question you want. Ooh.
But we'll start with Jessie Rules up here. She says, what is your favorite dry rub for barbecue/smoking meat? That's a good question. I mean, I don't really know if I have a favorite rub, but I will say that Rome and Silos, from the drummer from Sublime with Rome, they hooked me up with their Traeger guy, and I just got my Traeger not like a week ago, and on Super Bowl Sunday I smoked some ribs and I used the Traeger like apple honey
That's
rub.
a good one.
Ooh, it was good.
That's a really good one.
It was
the
bomb.
Fin and Feather one's
yeah,
good.
it was really, really good.
I use this. There's like a series of different ones. There's this place in Nashville, just outside of it, called Pinewood Creek Kitchen, and they have really good dry rubs that I like to get from there.
Nice.
But I got this subscription for Christmas, and it's a spice subscription, and it is fucking phenomenal. Usually I think that shit's kind of cheap and it's just good packaging, but man, this shit is so good. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna renew it. I don't know the name, so I can't product
I
drop.
love that. That sounds
Dude,
amazing.
It is so fucking good, and like they send you like new ones. And this batch that I got, I've been using the Nashville hot chicken, and there's this Korean barbecue one. And dude, I sprinkle that shit till you can barely see
Korean
meat,
barbecue,
and it's just fucking good. It's so good.
Oh man,
I love that shit, man.
Right on. Let's go to Christina Whitman. Says, question for Rome. Blackout is one of my favorite songs and videos. What inspired that video, and are you and Andreas Ramirez related?
Wow. Well, me and Andreas, he's my brother, and when he was fat, we used to look a lot more alike. But he lost a lot of weight.
He did. I saw him, like, he lost like crap.
He lost like 90 pounds or something like that. Yeah, my
Damn,
bro.
really?
So yeah, he's like.
Does he still live out here? Is he?
He's in Studio City.
He's still out here, and he's married. And all that, obviously now.
But
awesome.
yeah, he's married. We heard about that story.
Yeah, triple hit.
But dude, honestly, my brother, he was getting really into into green screen stuff and like digital art, like 3D rendering. And he went to a Michael's the day before and bought this big sheet of green cloth, like green screen cloth. And he was bugging me for days, like, dude, I want to make a video. Like, let's just pick a song on the album. Cause like, the album just dropped. So like there wasn't like a song. We had a big single, but we already had a video for that. So there wasn't like a runner up at the time, So he was like, just pick a song that you think is cool. And so we chose Blackout, and he had this idea of just wanting to fit all these crazy graphics into the video.
That's rad.
And so we set it up. He set up the green screen cloth backstage at St. Augustine, or
St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, like
on the coast.
That like smaller amphitheater.
Yes.
So in that back like that dressing room that has the big like air conditioning duct, and then when it turns on, it goes. It turns on and blows down hella hard, and then when it shuts off, it just like deflates. Well, anyway, he set up the green screen on 4 bathroom stalls in the bathroom, and we just took turns grabbing people on tour and just throwing them in
Dude,
there.
that's
awesome.
the show where that huge thing landed on you, Duddy. That's the
That's
same
that
venue.
venue
where that big creature landed on your back
Yep.
and no one's
Oh, that's for sure the
That's
venue.
the
Yes.
place.
I don't even
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
but that fucking place has got
Yep.
creatures, bro.
Bro.
We've told
Banana spiders like this.
Yes.
And
Oh,
shit. Just
yeah.
fucking send you to the hospital.
I recently told a story of when I was at the merch booth after my band's show and the guy disappeared into the Florida Everglades.
You're just like,
Same
what?
venue.
Oh.
We've told multiple stories randomly, and they're all about this fucking venue
Yeah.
in
This is
St. Augustine
trippy,
because
bro.
it's
Yeah. No, we did
was like-
it's a rad venue.
We did
it's
a show
great
there.
venue. Yeah,
Good energy.
Yeah, and I'll never forget. I'll make it quick because I've told this before, but while playing mid-show, I'm singing into the mic and I just feel onto my back,
What?
and then I feel it like I could feel it climbing up my back, and it felt like little claw things like climbing up my back. And I'm like, holy crap, what is that? And as I look over to the guitar tech world, and Cheez is there with Christian. This is when Christian was working with us. And they both are doing this thing. They're looking at each other, holding each other, going like, oh! So that just makes me think, what the fuck is on my back, right? So I'm literally now like, I'm not even singing on the mic. I'm playing guitar still, but I'm going, help me to them. I'm like, help me. And they're going,
Help me.
and they're looking at me like shaking their head like, no,
we're not gonna help you.
So eventually I'm like walking over to them, like showing my back, like, get what the fuck, And so Christian takes a towel, and Christian is whipping me in the
Christian's
back with a
legend,
fucking
bro.
towel, and it flies away.
What is it?
To this day, I asked them after, I'm like, what was that? And they both were like, I don't know. They're just like, it was this
Is this-
huge.
I'm wondering if it was like a bat.
They're like,
of
it was
some
this
sort.
huge black, like they said it looked like a humongous black, almost like grasshoppery thing, but it had like wings.
Look up the local
Like-
monster.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
You
dude.
should look up the local monster.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
St. Augustine, dude.
St.
Yeah.
Augustine.
St. Augustine.
Yep, it's just that there's just a straight not a bayou or whatever, like an Everglade is just around this venue.
Bro, there's
So
like
it's right
signs.
there.
When you exit your tour bus, there's signs saying deadly banana spider.
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
Like, do
everywhere.
not go in the trees.
Don't
Like,
go in
and
there.
you just see them, and they just hang
Yeah.
out and build
They're
webs in the back of
humongous.
golf carts.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're huge. Yeah.
Yoo-hoo, Florida.
Shites, bro.
All
That's
right.
scary.
Dr. Nasty wants to know,
Good name.
was it hard to get Wiz on the track, and how was it cool to work with him?
That one was pretty label manufactured. He was signed to Atlantic, and Sublime with Rome was signed to Atlantic for their first LP, for our first LP. See, it's easier for me to just kind of say
Yeah.
this. And so was Wiz. Wiz was signed to the same label. So he was a really popular rapper at the time, and this was our first project. And honestly, I hadn't even heard a Wiz song prior to that song. And then our A&R was like, yo, we could put Wiz on it. And I was like, cool, it sounds dope,
Oh, yeah.
And I never met Wiz until probably about a year later. And then we were I ran into him on like at DFW in like one of those like terminal cars.
Okay.
Take you from terminal to terminal.
Yep.
And he was with his security guard and his dog, and he was just sitting there. It was actually just us in there. And ironically, it was when we had our security guard coming from a tour. So it was like both of our security guards and his dog. And I was just like, hey, man, I know you don't know who I am, but, you rapped on one of our songs. And thanks, it's a good song. And he's like, cool, man. All right.
Sweet.
How weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it can happen sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
and
that
yeah,
you're
so
cool
good.
and honest about it too, because so many people would be like, "Yeah, bro, we were in the studio.
We were just
And it's like,
puffing
man,
tough."
sometimes you don't even meet.
Yeah,
Shit
dude.
just
Especially when when you're dealing especially when you see a lot of the stuff on the major tip. A lot of them are just manufactured for more views and streams and stuff like that. But when things are organic because you could just tell.
Yeah.
It's like this project.
Yeah.
People know that
Exactly.
this shit isn't like
Yeah,
a
this isn't-
super band. Like
yeah.
we're trying to make a bunch of bread. It's like you just tell we enjoy doing this shit.
Yeah.
And
Totally.
You guys made
Yeah,
a
it's
song
like-
together over 10 years ago already.
Yeah.
This isn't
Yeah.
this isn't out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You Sublime with Rome and Dirty Heads have been interlinked the whole major part of the ride.
For the most
Totally,
part,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, and those things too, like they exist in like the, big world too, with other musicians, when you see like features line up and you're like, how the hell is that happening? Like,
Yeah.
usually those ones are kind of like, that
That's
dude
it.
was a big fan of hers. He just hit her up,
Yeah.
like, I just think that,
Yeah.
it's kind of a trip time now. Like, I feel like genre is like mattering less and less to like kids these days.
Oh, totally.
Like when we were kids, it was kind of like
That's
the
how you
punks
pick-
hang with the punks.
That's how you picked your friends.
Yeah, that's how you
It's
pick
like,
your
what
friends.
music do you listen to?
you know?
Okay, then I hang out with those guys.
Totally.
There was a
and-
time when I almost didn't listen to anything but punk. Because I
Yeah.
was just like, well, if it's not punk rock,
I
I
don't
don't
even give a
listen
shit.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like
dude,
that was
and,
a thing.
and there's a clear difference in
Yeah.
like those type of people at school.
Yep.
So like, but nowadays, bro, it's not like that.
It all
you know?
just
I mean, you got
mixes.
kids in school. I'm sure
Yeah.
you can. That probably makes more sense to you, but I just see that shit out and like from the label's perspective, because I run a record label. Like I study a lot of the trade in that retrospect, and I can kind of like I've seen just how the abundance of genres in the like top playlists or top 10 of radio. It's like it's much more now, Whereas
Yeah.
if you go back to like the 50s or the 40s, there was maybe like 3 genres in the top 10.
Yeah.
And then it got more and then more and then more. And then right now it's just
everything.
You're right. Now that you say that, because K-Rock lately, every once in a while,
Oh,
I turn on-
K-Rock,
I look, I'm like, I
they
don't
sent
even
a
know
memo.
what this is anymore.
They sent a
It's-
memo to all their staff saying to stop saying like drop alternative from
they're
from
not.
your lexicon.
It's like there's hip hop on there. There's
Oh,
like
yeah.
just pop, like
Yeah,
little
bro.
15-year-old teenage pop stuff. I'm like, oh, it's just everything. And then it's just Red Hot Chili Peppers every 3 songs.
They gotta do
That is still
mandatory. They
yeah.
have to do that.
Almost every time, Duddy, I turn on the car, it is still Red Hot Chili
Oh,
Peppers.
yeah.
I was reporting on that for a while on this show. I did a thing called Red Hot 182. I said, if you turn on your car, it's one of those two. It's a guarantee on K-Rock. It's still happening. I
Yeah.
just don't report. It's old news.
Yeah. All right. I'm
so-
going to do 2 more questions because we got to get
We gotta
running.
go.
But let's go. Patrick Lynch says, screw Eric Wilson stories. Let's hear some Duddy B stories. Wow. What dumb shit has he done that you remember or were part of?
Oh, jeez.
See, the Eric Wilson stories are really good.
Yeah.
But
We've had a bunch
What
of
are some crazy? What are some crazy Duddy stories? I'm trying to think. I'm drawing a blank.
I mean,
Yeah.
Duddy
Oh,
has
you know what
multiple stories that simply revolve around falling out of golf carts and
Yeah.
like multiple. So that's like that's just-
Duddy's a good. You're a good drunk. You're
things
you don't,
happen to him.
like things happen to you, but you don't get into trouble.
No, I don't.
You're not like Duddy's like
injured.
Duddy is the guy that you want to get drunk with. I promise. He's the guy like where it's just good time. He'll just drink you up until the sun rises.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it. With me, you're gonna get into some trouble.
Yes.
We'll fucking break into something.
He'll yell
or
something
fucking-
at a security.
Yeah.
I've been with you
Dude,
in
yeah.
New York. I remember where a security guard like wouldn't let us in somewhere due to a dress code thing. Like you had a hat or something, and you were like, "Fuck that, man!" You like put your hat on and just walked in, and I'm with you. And this dude, I was like, "Rome is drunk," and telling the security guards, "Fuck off! I'm wearing my hat." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh boy, I've been with you on
I've
that
seen
shit."
that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking I don't really
Yeah,
drink.
Daddy will be like,
that
"All right, here's
anymore."
my hat.
You're not like that. That was
That was,
yeah,
oh,
this
this
is
is early
definitely-
20 days.
This
yeah.
is 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like when it
Yeah,
all
bro.
blew up
Back
when
then.
I was touring with you.
All right, we're doing one more.
All
And this is
right.
coming from Tom Billingsley, and this is a cool question. He says, for Rome, what was your favorite Sublime song back in the day, and what is your favorite old Sublime song now to perform? Love the music.
To be honest, that it really does change over time.
Oh, for sure.
Like, my favorite song I think that I can remember prior to meeting up with the guys was Perfect World. I thought that was just such a fucking dope track. And then we worked that into our set. I remember having like kind of working that with Eric and hitting his memory bank on that one again. And now we play that every set as part of our dub. We squeeze that into this part after Scarlet's. And I've, kind of gotten like bored of hearing it. So I'm not like that excited about that one anymore. Now, like one that we play very rarely, but it's so fun to me is Johnny Butt. I just fucking love playing that record. Like, boom.
Yeah.
And like, I just love the way it starts. I'm like, oh, this is fun,
That is fun.
But it definitely changes.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. Well, shit, right on. That was awesome. Rome, thanks for hopping on the show again.
Anytime, boys.
That was a fucking
That was fun,
really
man.
fun
This is a
episode.
fun
man.
one.
That
I
was
like
a
this
banger.
one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. And and I hope to see all of you guys out on the Rome Duddy Tour.
And just real quick too, we think we might have a show next week. We're gonna try, but if not, this is a double show week, you know, so we're releasing this one to you guys today. So we're gonna try to get you guys a fresh episode next week. But if we can't, it's just because these guys are on tour, and we'll be right back at it the following week. That's about it.
That's
Anything
about
else to
it.
say?
That's it, guys.
All
Thank
right,
you so
thanks,
much.
guys.